All right, to simplify this, you could use the distributive property. 4 and 8 would make 32. 4 and negative 3i would make negative 12i. This will give us a negative 8i. And then the last one, negative I times negative 3i, will be positive 3i squared. Okay. These two here are going to combine to give you a negative 20. Negative 20i. And then the thing to remember is that this the I squared is equal to negative 1. So it's 3 times negative 1, which is going to make this a negative 3. So you've got 32 minus 20i minus 3. So that's going to give us a 29, positive 29. The other way, if you want to just throw it in the calculator, you have to make sure that you are in, I press mode, make sure you're there, that you're in A plus BI mode. And then you can just type it in. Parentheses 4 minus, and then I is right there. So you got to press second and then the period. And then 8 minus 3i. There you go. 29 minus 20i. All right, number 10. What is the discriminant? So the discriminant is that part that's under the square root of the quadratic formula. So I just have to do the b squared minus 4ac using these numbers. So b squared is going to be negative 9 squared minus 4 times 2 for a, and then a 20. Okay, negative 9 squared is 81 minus 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 20. Okay, so 81 minus 160, negative 79. That's my discriminant. How many real solutions are there? All right, because the discriminant's negative, you're taking the square root of a negative number. That's going to be imaginary solutions. So there are 0 real solutions. Okay. Number 11. So to solve this, let's move everything over to one side first. So minus 3x squared, that'll make that a 2x squared. And then we're going to move the 4x over by adding 4x. So that's going to change that to a plus 6x. And then we need to subtract the 10 to move it over. So minus 18 equal to 0. All right, I can divide all these by 2 to make the problem simpler. So it's going to be 0 equals x squared plus 3x minus 9. Darn it. And now I cannot use the quadratic formula. I can't solve it by factoring. So I have to use the quadratic formula in order to solve it. All right, so it's going to be negative b, negative 3, plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 9, minus 4, a is a 1, and c is a negative 9. All over 2 times 1, 2a. Okay, so to work this out, negative 3 plus minus. All right, so I'm subtracting a negative here, so it's going to end up changing to addition. 4 times 9 is 36, so it's going to be 9 plus 36. Okay, it's going to give me 45 there. If you want to, you could just type in what it's under the square root there. 9 minus 4, 1, negative 9. That'll give you that 45 there. Okay. Negative 3 plus or minus root 45 over 2. Whew. I need to find a perfect square that goes into 45 here. 9 times 5 is 45. Negative 3 plus or minus 9 times 5 will give me the 45. And then square root of 9 is equal to 3. So my answer is negative 3 plus or minus 3 root 5 over 2. There we go. Good grief. Long problem.